Okay, I'd like to talk about while loops and if-else structures. Um, so previously all we've been doing is writing statements and they execute one after another after another. Each statement is going to have a semicolon at the end of it, indicating that it should execute that line of code. The things we're going to talk about today, they don't contain any semicolons. They utilize brackets, and those brackets indicate the area in which we want the code to work when a conditional statement is true. So let's examine while first. So let me show you where to find those structures. So up here in control structures, if you look in control structures, there is a while loop, and let me hit fix formatting so we can kind of see that a little bit better. I'm going to love the fix formatting button as we go further here. So while, and we're going to write some condition in here. So when that is true, it will execute these series of statements or this single statement over and over and over and over again until that condition is no longer true. So we could put a command in here and something like this. And if you go through 3.1.4, you see some of these comparators. This is a comparator that's comparing 1 to 1, and 1 is always equal to 1. So that's always going to be true, which means if I had, let's say, turn LED on, and we'll call it green, and turn LED off, green. Let's put a semicolon on each one of those. We do need to wait in there, don't we? Wait, let's say 0.5. Put that in there. Going to hit fix formatting one more time just so you can see. What this is going to do is turn on that green LED for half second, turn it off for half second, and repeat forever, never going to stop. So that's powerful to be able to get into a loop and not leave that loop, but that could be bad. We want to be in a loop for a certain amount of time. And so anytime you use a while loop, I want you to be thinking about how do I get out of this loop, or do I want to get out of this loop? It's a valid to wanting to stay in the loop forever. We'll run a lot of programs with while 1 equals 1, just bracketed around the whole program. It's okay, because then I'll just run that whole program over and over and over again. So always want to think about how do you leave that program. How about when I'm pressing a button? So while sensor value of bump switch, and it's not going to light up, equals 1. So this section right here, sensor value, and then in parentheses the name of the sensor, that is going to return the value of that sensor. And we want the part that is in between these parentheses to evaluate to a true or false statement. And so we need to return, essentially, we're going to return a number and from sensor value, and then we're going to check is the sensor value of that equal to the other one, and if so, then it will stay in there. So if I'm holding down the bump switch at the beginning of this loop, when it starts, it will run this over and over and over again until I let go of the bump switch. As soon as I let go of the bump switch, it will leave that loop and will end the program. However, if you could imagine, I start the program, I hit start, the computer fires up immediately, gets to this while loop. You're not pressing down the button, so it's not going to go into the while loop. That means it goes right down here. There's your end of file. It's over. So again, you have to be thinking about very literally what is the computer going to try and execute when it sees and reads your code. That's all I'm going to talk about for while loops for right now. I'm going to make another video here on ifs, and hopefully we can put them together and figure out these structures.